This is OXDF doing the IMDS metadata service, instance metadata service challenge from Holiday Hack 2021. And this one is much more of a, just like an educational walkthrough than it is a challenge per se. You just run the commands they give you for the most part. So with that, let's go ahead and start. They're going to start by kind of explaining what IMDS is. So first we'll make sure that the server is up. 254.169.254 by sending some pings to it. It helps if I type in the address correctly. There we go. We'll send a couple pings. It's happy with that. So this is the metadata service that runs in all major cloud providers. So it's how from inside of a host you can interact and find out, what information about the host, manage the host, etc. So we'll type next to continue. We're going to use curl. We'll just hit the host again. Okay, and but we get back that there's a latest endpoint, and so we'll go ahead and hit latest. And there's two endpoints here, dynamic and metadata. So they want us to start in dynamic. Dynamic. And here's a handful of, 4 endpoints come back. We're going to go ahead and request the instance identity. If I can type identity document. And this, they want us to send it to JQ. Cool, you never have to ask me twice. I love JQ. I'm going to add -s because I don't like the little progress thing to show up when I do curl, and I run it into JQ. And so now I can, with this pretty print, I can see like my account ID, the image ID that's running here, my availability zone, the version, the private IP, the instance ID, the pending time, the architecture, the instance type, so like how much I'm paying for it, the region I'm in, etc. And so this is just information about the host I'm in. Go to next. Now we're going to switch back and we're going to go back to metadata. We'll hit that up and a bunch of things come in here. Let's see if we can actually scroll up. Oh, can we scroll up? Ooh, we can't really scroll up, but there's a bunch of different endpoints here. If I was zoomed out a little bit, you'd be able to see more of them, but we'll go for it for now. So for example, we can get public host name. We can see right there that it is EC2 192.0.254.compute.1.amazon.aws.com. So that's cool. They say, this doesn't include a trailing new line. You can see that right here. They recommend running it with a echo at the end. And so when we do that, that prints the new line. That works fine. The identity and access management credentials and stuff, we can get to that in here. And that's, as an attacker, when you're going for, if you get a lot of times, like if you get a server-side request forgery in the cloud, you'll use that to try to get the server to request stuff off this IMDS. And this is the kind of thing you might want to grab, is the security credentials. So let's see, what are we going to do here? We're going to come here and under metadata, we're going to go IAM security credentials. And we can see that there is now that O is just left over from the echo, but there's one thing, elf deploy role. So we'll go ahead and grab that, /elf, was it elf or elfu? Elfu deploy role. And we'll grab that. And so now we have a bunch of instances about the, here is the access key ID, here's the secret access key, the token, etc. When they're good till, so I got 4 more years, I was supposed to say 5 more years almost, 5 more years. So now they're going to stop and tell us about how we're using IMDS v1, which does not require authentication, but we can turn on IMDS 2, which requires authentication. It's more secure and not on by default. So to do the authentication, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a token from the server using this header to indicate how long I want the token to be good. And so let's see, we can cat, they've already got one. They've written this for us basically. Cat get token.sh, and so you can see right here they're using curl to do a put request to get an API to get token. They're using the header that they specified above, and they're saying they want it to be good for 21,600 seconds, and the result is going to be stored into the environment variable token. So we will source get token, and so by sourcing it, that's going to just put it into our session. So now we've put it there, and we can prove that by doing echo token like that, and there's our token. So now to use that, we're going to do similar curls that we were before, but this time we're going to include a header. So we'll do curl minus h for header, x AWS EC2 metadata token, colon, $ token, like that. And then we can do HTTP 169.254.169.254 latest metadata placement region. We can see we're in North, and we've completed the challenge here. So I think, this is an interesting challenge. It just, the whole point of this is really just to show you this metadata service exists. There's a lot of information you can glean from it, and there's a lot of reasons you'd want to use it if you're hosting in the cloud. But if you're on the attacker side, if you can find a way to get access to someone's EC2 instance, if you get a shell on the box and you can start querying this, you can do things like grab tokens and access keys that allow you more access than you would typically want to get. And if you can get it, even if you can't get a shell, if you get a server-side request forgery where you can get the server to make requests for you and somehow return the results, the server can hit this as well and return that. And spoiler alert, we will actually see that in an upcoming objective. So with that, I'm going to stop this video, and thanks for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.